we're going on what we call a learning walk. In Meriden, all schools participate in learning walks. The teachers participate in learning walks, and they visit different classrooms. Groups of teachers will visit different classrooms in hopes of learning from other teachers and then taking away trends from those classrooms. What are some of our strengths? What are some of our weaknesses? What can we work to improve? So we decided that at one of our Nellie Mae meetings, there was a group of a district committee, so teachers and central office personnel and administrators, and we were all excited about what's happening in the classrooms. You know, student-centered learning, we're really making some big changes, we're making some big differences, and we were all jazzed up and excited about it, and we realized that the people in Meriden do not know what is happening in our classrooms. So we wanted to invite all of you in, like I said, to see that and to experience it firsthand. So our learning walk, we will split into two groups. We wanted to give you a real representation of the school. So we are visiting different grade levels, different disciplines, different academic levels. We'll see everything from academic to accelerated to the AP level. We're visiting, I know, a music class, math class, English class. We'll see a lot. So we wanted to give you like a brief snapshot of what is happening here. A learning walk is just a very brief snapshot. So just to kind of, I don't know, give you a little warning when you go into the classroom, you will be in each classroom for no more than 10 minutes.
I teach a UConn music theory class here where the kids are able to earn up to 6 UConn credits here in music.
So up here we have a shared class Google Doc that has all of the technologies where they're putting their research, the links to their information, pictures, and a video. Ultimately, this Google Doc is for them to use when they do their research paper.
If anybody saw anything that maybe really stood out to them, or
You were in school, but everything is really growing outside the classrooms. You know, it's kind of blending a lot more. It isn't like you go to school, you go home, you do your homework, and that's it. It's like now the technology gives the capability to really do it whenever you can, which is the way now everybody works and lives, and you know, it's all kind of blended together, which still takes some guidance, but that's the interesting part, and I think how it can relate to a lot of our organizations as well.
The other good thing I saw is I just love how you guys implement a lot of the technology. Just one thing with the Google Docs. I know in business I use Google Docs and some of these things a lot of times, and I have to teach people how to use Google Docs first before we can even start doing it. So it's beneficial that they already know things like this, and you guys are using real world stuff and bringing it into the classroom, which I really appreciate that.
You mentioned it in the beginning, but every classroom we went into was the teacher was not at the front of the room. They were either walking around, they were in circles, the students were in groups. They weren't. I mean, I'm thinking about when I went to high school. Everybody was in rows. The teacher sat at the front or stood at the front, and that was it. There was no other type of collaboration. So that was the biggest thing that I noticed, and it forced the students. I shouldn't say forced, maybe encouraged the students to communicate more and to participate more. So that was eye-opening for me. Yeah.
One of the things that stood out to me the most is how engaged all of the students were in their own learning, as opposed to the teacher being at the center of the room and everything going through he or she. The students took control. The I saw the teacher as more of a coach, of someone facilitating learning and meeting students where they were. I was really impressed with how all the kids were working. There didn't seem to be any behavior issues or kids not engaged. They were genuinely engaged in the work because I think it was centered around them. So I was really impressed with, in every class that we went, whether it was a piano class or a math class, how engaged all the students were and how much responsibility they took in their own learning.
One of the things that really excited me about today was the facility itself, but how the school system has really integrated technology with learning. In every classroom we visited, the students were actively engaged with computer programs and learning based on technology. So we went to a class that was learning about World War I, and up on the screen a student was posting different multimedia images about the subject area. So I was just blown away with the collaboration between the students and the teachers, but also how they integrated media and technology so seamlessly.